going on, everybody? Hello, welcome back. Hope you all had a better weekend than me. That only applies to sports. IRL, life is fine. Don't get it twisted. But you know, sports are a hard thing to endure as a fan sometimes. Very much so an emotional roller coaster being a Penn State and Philadelphia sports fan right now. But hope everybody is doing well. We've got PGA 2K25 lined up, as can be seen, of course. We're going to be playing True Sim tonight. Trying to build off of last week. Hopefully we can hit some close approach shots, make some putts, you know, all of the usual things. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Yeet, welcome back. Rev and Rip, what's going on? Mr. Wacker Guy, happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well. My day's going well. Can't complain too much. It was a slow start to the day. I had a doctor's appointment for my son this morning. Just, you know, normal checkup type stuff. But then came back and worked, and it was just kind of one of those overcast, dreary, on and off rain and mist kind of days. Got real tired. I was struggling, but was able to do some stuff. You know, was doing some work around the house. They're starting work on our basement. We're getting our basement finished. They're gonna start working on that this week. And so I needed to move most of the crap out of the basement. So I was working on that yesterday and today to make some room. So, you know, all the fun. There's a couple things down there that'll probably still need to be moved, but I'll wait for them to tell us exactly what needs to be moved and when, because I don't know exactly how much they can work around and whatnot. I am not a hunter, no. I have a couple uncles that hunt, but outside of that, I have no hunting experience. They actually do some bow hunting. My uncle had a record at one point for like the largest black bear killed in some region of Canada with a bow and arrow years ago. I don't know if that record still stands. Yeah, what's going on, Hulks? How are you doing, dude? Everyone playing for a second after the kid? I misread that the first time and was thinking we were talking about having a second kid, and I was like, well, I'm not having a second kid until March. What are we on about? You exist? That's better than not existing. Yes, Doctor, thank you very much for the, we'll call it 84 lizards. Appreciate it, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. You miss Hoku? What happened? What happened to Hoku? Plan on streaming? We should be live for at least 3 hours here. That far below the feet. That really flared out there, huh? Forgot the password and the email? Oh no. Well, I can do this for you, Hoku. I can do this for you. We can dig into the currency vault at least. And we can make it pretend. Maybe. So I'm a little bit confused by my bot here. Gonna go watch the Bills and the Falcons. Sounds good. Enjoy. So I'm trying to dig into the bot here, Hulk. In the users pool, it has Hoku. But you want to know the only ones that it's showing me have currency, and maybe this is due to you name changing at some point. I have the points under Hulk the Faraz Fingerbanger. I'm assuming that would also be an old account of yours that I need to transfer points back from. Hey, Samube, what's going on, dude? Yo, what up, KB? How you been, dude? Hope all is well. So I can at least give you those points. It probably just means that you changed it back from that name to Holku and hadn't come back in the meantime. So I can at least give you a few of your old. Give you a few of your old points back, but that's the best I can do. Also, while it's top of mind and I don't want to forget, Thursday we did a little poll, so we beat Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We beat our first playthrough on the hardest difficulty. We were playing through on Jedi Grandmaster. So I put out a poll. We're gonna be doing a story game playthrough. I think those were the words I said. At some point, but this week I'm kind of looking for a little bit of a breather. So I think what we're gonna do is play some sort of roguelike game. So take a look at that link. Vote, or we're between Hades 2 and Megabonk. So cast your vote. That's what we'll be playing tomorrow and Thursday. All right, let's maybe take a look at the putt in front of me. Because I need to basically practice trying to make these reads. Okay, I think I need to put a little bit more pace on. Probably a slight underread, but I want to try Bot's methodology here. I was talking with Bot last week, and he was trying to explain his grid counting process to me. So I'm trying to see what I can do with it. Care about baseball? Not anymore, Savage Soldier. Phillies are out. I'm done. My season's over. Big sad. Big sad. I don't think this is the right shot from here. No, definitely not. Got distracted with Elden Ring. At least it's not Skyrim. Sad the lizard meme is dying, that's all. R.I.P. lizard. I always get tripped up on those. They come out way shorter than I think they're going to. They come out way shorter than I think they're going to. And I think that's just purely from the trajectory that those shots come out. Like, chip shots are such a low trajectory comparatively. Gotta make sure I account enough for this fade? No? Might be just because the wind is low. But I definitely fed that the right direction. Let's go Mariners. I'd be down for a team that hasn't won. That's kind of where I'm at now. So Mariners and Brewers, I think, are the two teams who have never won one before. It's kind of where I default. Like, once we get to the point where my team's not in it anymore. Oh, I double crossed. Yikes. Yeah, once we get to the point where my team's out of it, like I'm all sorts of on board for underdogs and teams that have never won a championship before, so I'd be happy with either of those. Never even been there. That could all change. It could all change. Oh, that's on a rope. Oh, it tried. It tried to come back left. What up, Max? Other day on the Golf Channel interview, what it takes to be voted? Only one guy when it comes to this? Sure, buddy. What's going on, man? How was your weekend? Only teams who have never appeared. When did Seattle become a team? Because that's also... I'd say that's also relevant. 77, okay. So definitely a little bit longer than I had thought. I mean, not that there's any reason for me to know that. I don't really know the ages of teams aside from, like, you know, I know that the Nats are a newer one. I know that the Diamondbacks were in the 90s. I guess I'm just thinking about how they've been, like, Seattle as a whole has had newer teams in other sports. Right, like, I know the Kraken are new as of a few seasons ago, and you had... I think, what is it, the Seattle Supersonic who were dissolved or moved? I guess probably moved cities. So I just kind of assumed. But then again, like, I also don't know, like, when the Seahawks and stuff were. Not really basing it off of too much. Yo, what up, Jake? I'm trying something new with the putting. Sucks that you lost your basketball team. It does stink, but at the same token, you know, one less team to be disappointed by. The life of a sports fan, man, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's a lot that we put ourselves through as sports fans. It's gonna kick too far right, not enough forward, I think. Yeah. Dang. Gotta play that deeper. You lose the fantasy this week because of Josh Allen? Josh Allen doesn't want to perform, you're gonna be sad? Supposed to be good? Yeah, so they say. So they say. I've heard that guy is... Heard that guy is pretty good. Oh, this is a long freaking putt. Overhit it. I feel like that was a decent read, but it's just carrying too much pace at the end. But I say that Savage Soldier... Like, I'm a Philadelphia guy. I'm also a Penn State guy. So this past week has been a lot of emotions. Phillies win 1 game but lose 3, so they're out. Penn State loses 2 games by that were their 20-plus point favorites, fire their coach. Eagles are 4-0, and now we're losing to lesser teams, and you don't really know what's going on there. Zadarius Smith retired today. There's just a lot going on. And it hasn't been so much in the very positive. And the Flyers are 0-1-1 to start the season. And not that preseason means anything, but the Sixers are 0-3. I think they lost 2 of those games to the Knicks, one of them to the Magic. So, yeah, it's a very emotional roller coaster we ride. As fans of sports teams. Yeah, what up, Steve? Welcome back. Tough time in PA? Yeah, because I don't think... Not that I follow it too closely. I don't think it's much better over on the Pittsburgh side of things. I mean, Pitt beat Florida State, but Florida State seems to have ran out of juice after beating Bama to open the season, and Bama's turned things around. The Steelers aren't great, although... Yeah, they don't have a basketball team to worry about. I don't know how the Penguins are supposed to be, but the Penguins are typically pretty good. When have the Sixers actually been a good team? Early 2000s with Allen Iverson. I'm trying to do bots thing, but the cup thing is really messing with my head. I can't do cups. Don't think I can do cups. Doesn't calculate properly in my head. Underswung it. Although that was going to be blasting it past the cup. When you were in middle school, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, they had a few seasons ago where they were in the playoffs and stuff, and like they're supposed to be these contenders, and then I think like every year they lost to the Celtics in the playoffs, it felt like. So, Maybe one day they'll be an actual good team, but I really don't know if that's gonna happen. I really don't know if that's gonna happen with I don't know if that's gonna happen with Embiid. I closed it. And that carried like full. Long gone. Nice. Parks itself up there too. Lovely. Hold it so it's left. Yeah, I'm trying different things with putting right now, and everything's not really clicking. A lot of money to compete these days. Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the sport, right? Like, baseball is the true definition, but that's not even necessarily true, because you look at some of these teams that are a little more homegrown. Yeah, but you look at like the Dodgers and the Phillies are definitely one of them as well that are up there in spending. But I mean, in other sports, you've got salary cap. It's just kind of how you work it. Now, I know that with basketball is definitely not one I'm as familiar with, but like basketball has the like max contracts and supermax and stuff. So you've got to really be particular about how you work your way through those contracts and assemble your team and take advantage of guys while they're young and performing before they reach that next threshold. Oh, come on, man. Just something in the putts that I misperceive, and definite miss tendency is low. Otherwise, I mean, I feel like we're swinging things pretty well. I just haven't been able to really like dial it in super close. .58 with wind in the face. Gonna choke 7. Might go long, but kind of felt like I had to do that. I guess I could have taken a little bit off of it. See, these are always really dangerous ones because you're tapping them. Of course. Decided to straighten out early. Get in there, D-Brad. What up, man? Welcome back for 4 months. How's sports? They've been better. They've definitely been better. I'll just absolutely stripe the power drive. Oh, come on. That's so mean. I thought I could kick up and over it. Never just play that long and firm. When it's 4 inches downhill, I personally can't commit to it. I don't know. For me, I can't. Overhit it. I mean, even if I hit it 2% less, that ran like crazy. I didn't just like skipped out the gate super, super strong. And I underhit it 1%. Oh, that's money if I don't underswing. Exactly the same as me, Luke? Like in-game or IRL? very important. Pursuit course is fun so far. Just 2 demons at the top of the board. Won't be touching. IRL? Okay, so does your friend IRL also get lots of Woody Harrelson comparisons? I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever gotten them IRL, but I get them on stream all the time. Sorry, I gotta hit this hole in one real fast. JK, LOL. Completely missed it. Sorry about that. Wife just got home. Your friend gets the same comparison, Luke? Do I have a doppelganger? Love to learn something new. I don't know how much new there is to learn. That's the thing. Like, I think get in there, Luke. Thank you very much for the $5. Keep coming up on YouTube all the time. First time being in here. Seemed cool. Appreciate that, man. Glad that the algorithm's working out. Spamming my shorts all over the place. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. But yeah, I don't know how much sometimes there is to learn Whacker unless they're willing to, like, explain thought processes, right? Because, like, you can watch somebody play very well, but if they don't exactly explain, like, what they're doing, or, like, how they, you know, aim their side hill lies or wins or whatever, or read putts, yeah, you just watch somebody playing very, very well. You don't necessarily learn anything from it. Get real views on? There's a reason. Well, also, part of it is also convenience, but there's a reason, Whacker Guy, that shorts are the main thing. Shorts and streams are the pairing that I go, because I can stream, make content from the stream for shorts. And then I'm in the life cycle. The other thing is I also do vertical streams, so that plays with the shorts very, very well. That's also money. Luke, thank you for the $5 again. What's going on, man? I'm just out here existing. Thank you so much. Ooh, I need to try and sit this down a little bit softer. Well, I underhit it, and so naturally, I'm gonna launch myself from the fringe instead. Gosh darn it, man. It's like the worst mechanic in these games. You're literal inch or two short, you're just dead. It's so stupid. I can't stand it. Underswing again. Yeah, what up, Jeffy? Welcome back. Hole in one on a par 3, 20 pounds gifted. I think I just missed my opportunity there. I mean, we've got more rounds to go, but first opportunity squandered. Okay, this is a tight window. We're gonna try to get the hole one on a par 4, and we're gonna push it. Mega kick left, come all the way down towards the hole. That's going off the green in the back right. The green speed physics, jeez, man. Just the way that things accelerate and everything is so absurd. That landed so short. What? That landed so short. My short game is just so bad. For as good as everything else is, my short game is actually kind of horrific. Put me inside like 95 yards and I don't know what to do anymore. And that includes putting. That's why you just have to be deadly with your wedges. I mean, I know I hit it 101, but is there a downhill lie? What am I missing here? So far off the mark. So far off the mark. What up, Vandy? Just means there's drama until the end of every hole? I don't want to do that. I don't want drama until the end of every hole. It doesn't sound enjoyable to me, because it's not. I experience it all the time. The road to the Masters today, Isaac? What's going on, dude? That's certainly a dress. That is one golf outfit for sure. Can I service hook into OBS? No, I use a free plugin. Now you have to have the bandwidth and the GPU encoding available to do encoding for both horizontal and vertical. But yeah, like if you go to my YouTube page, I have, like, I'm streaming to Twitch, I'm streaming a copy of that to YouTube, and then I'm streaming a vertical copy. It's all run out of OBS, but it runs through another collection of scenes. You know, it's another encoder because it's not encoding, you know, 1920 by 1080. It's encoding 1080 by 1920. First hole in one, GG's, man. I did not play EA's game long enough to get a hole in one. The hole in ones always feel amazing. You think I could rock that outfit? You think I could pull it off? I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't think Guy is quite the body for it. Might be busting at the seams a little bit. True Sim time, the main event. Hopefully we'll play a little bit better than we just did. See if we can get some putting going as well. Okay, but before we get into that, I have pinned in the chat a poll for the games that we're going to be playing this week, or the game that we're going to be playing this week. We finished Jedi Survivor. We're gonna be playing a roguelike this week, either Hades 2 or Megabonk. So if you have not voted already, check the pinned comment in the chat. If you don't see it in the chat, you can find it in the suggestions tab on Discord. The Discord link is in the video description or on the channel page. Yeah, go check that out. You know, have a voice. Megabonk is leading 7-3, but you can help swing that vote whichever way you choose. We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll dive right on into round 1 of True Sim. We've got all 4 to play tonight, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys back in 2 minutes. Appreciate it.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, it is go time. Got it free with PSN. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I got it around launch. Yeah, it was enjoyable as like a little switch up thing, but it just didn't have the sticking power for me. But I mean, if you get it for free, definitely no harm in spending some time with it. See if you enjoy it. All right, playing off the tips. Medium wins out of the south. Normal, moderate, fast. So let's see if we can take advantage of the softer conditions. Try and plant some darts, get it close, and convert on some scoring. I know there are low scores out there. We're not really gonna focus on it. Just gonna focus on, you know, being one shot at a time. And making sure, you know, it's one shot at a time, be in play. I'm gonna hit full because since it's moderate, or it's normal fairways rather. It shouldn't bounce and roll out as far. Might still get us down too much. Like, this is definitely in aggressive territory. I thought about thought about holding back a little. 92. We go 89. Alright. Oh, it's not gonna bounce very far though. It's kind of about like how far out do we think it's gonna be. I want to land at probably like 92. I think I want to play at like 86. Basically playing the wind is like nothing here as far as like the downwind carry. Well, I underhit it by 3%. It got a little kick and roll. Got a little kick and roll. Kind of dicey. Let's see what we can do here. If we can get a good read early, get on the board. Okay. We're in there for one. See, these are playing shorter, which end up being a little bit awkward. This looks like it cambers pretty heavy left to right. So I'm kind of trying. There's the flag. We went straight. I need to be up left of the flag and let this work its way. Just trying to put myself in full wedge distances if we can. It's not always the easiest thing. Like if you look here, yeah, we're definitely coming out a few yards short. So these are going to be probably a little bit tough because you're trying to stick them in super close. So I'm going to de-loft this guy. Okay, so it seems to be a trend here with the moderates that's on both of those shots. We're just a little bit short. Also looks like we're a little bit on the left to right with this putt. That's kind of telling me straight at the end. But I don't know, something about this putt does not feel... That actually feels above the feet. I do not like this, Sam, I am. 8-footer, let's hit it with some pace straight. Oh boy, that was aggressive. That was a very aggressive move. It felt like it was going to backfire too, if it caught the lip. Backhand blades in Elden Ring, surprisingly good at crowd control. You're not good at doing it, which defeats the purpose. Yeah, I mean, that's like when we were playing Jedi Survivor. You know, it's like there were different stances that definitely were better for certain scenarios, but that doesn't mean that I was necessarily the best at making the most of them. Alright, we're gonna go choke tee shot here because I think that we're gonna need it just to make it onto the green. Well, that's gonna work out. Hit it open, which ended up making us land shorter. But fortunately, not the craziest of firmnesses out here. We're gonna let that get us in close. Little 5-foot look that seems to be peeking to the right. Just in that last little segment. Kind of get it started firmly. All right, we're 3 for 3. Looks like scores are low everywhere, but I think that has to be due to the fact that this is shorter. All right, I think I'm just gonna go into the wind uphill. We'll choke it. Make sure that we've got a good distance. You know, a little bit more club to control spin potentially here. Uphill into wind. I can't afford to go up another club, so. 6. I mean, this is definitely more than 6. I'm gonna try and be a little punchy on it. I'm leaving them open. That's gonna be the first one to really get us in trouble. Okay. Gotta finish more left. 17-footer, right to left break. It's not a ton, but it is the whole way. Take those. Every once in a while you manage to get it right from long range. So I'm gonna personally attribute that to a bit of luck. Don't really want to take full credit for that. There are trees down here. I don't want to get too far. I'm gonna take hybrid off the tee. Kind of put it out to the right, let it work its way back. Okay, we're gonna finish more left. It's a better contact. Swing path still needs to stay left. Okay, 116. So we're in between. This is kind of that weird distance yet again. Maybe slightly above. And then wind's taking it over. Okay. Left to left. That's what we're looking for. But there's a ridge that I didn't know about and we left it just a touch short. Yeah, what up, Vic Ragin? Welcome back. Hope your weekend was well. Oh, man, okay, so it's moving to the right, or moving right to left up the hill. Can't quite tell what it's doing down here. Slightly above my feet there's also? Is this just a full right to lefter? That's way too much to read. Doesn't seem like a ton. Okay, it was 70. Okay. I thought I felt like I was hitting a little bit much on that, but... I like it here, actually. Oh, come on. I actually thought I had it. Thought it was gonna move a little more right to left for me at the end. It's a great give. All right, now we've got a par 5. See if we can get it down here. I don't think I'm gonna go for... I don't think I'm gonna go for the overpower. Or I mean the power drive. I will try and go for the overpower. Which I don't know if there's... Don't know if there's ultimately any difference, like if I try and go for the overpower. Need to get 170 in order to have a chance at this. Up the hill. Seems like a pretty good lie out of the heavy rough, to be honest. The tree here is what kind of has me concerned. But we're gonna try it. Yeah. Well, we can still technically get up for the up and down for birdie if we play this right. %. The 100% is just short. I'm gonna go with like a 98% spinner. That uphill needed 100%? I can't imagine that the little bit that I missed it destroyed it that much. Alright, I mean, that's just lack of experience with the spinner. But at 50 yards, that's probably still the choice that I'm always going to be making. So it's just a little left to right. The whole way. Okay, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something right now. As we've been either in from longer range or very close. Seemingly all the time. A missed opportunity on getting an eagle, which is kind of what you need if you're trying to take on the top. Is there anything we can see on the green? Not really. So, I mean, I think this is just you throw it straight at it and hope that the green contours your way a little bit. It almost did it. What's going on, ears? Okay, now this is one where I have been going just like extra pace and send it. That almost took, that would have been a $20 or a 20-pound payout. Yeah, we'll take 3-wood. We'll take 3-wood. Get it down there. So close, Benjamin. I know. We squared it up. It even started to move back a little bit to the left. But I guess I just need to aim it a little bit straighter at the hole because that wind took me a little bit to the right. And that's what kind of left us just out of it. We're giving ourselves a lot of looks. A lot of looks, though, are out at like 7 feet. Haven't quite given ourselves like true darts, so to speak. No shot. That didn't turn. All right, well, can't make them all, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna choke down on this driver. Try and attack the turn here a little bit. Too much to count? I think if you include like the hole-in-one challenges, I think we have 19. I think if you don't count challenges, like hole-in-ones from challenges, I think we have 11. If my memory serves me correctly. I know that my in-game stat doesn't match up because it was bugged out super early in the game. 76. I may have screwed myself being too far to the right here. Gonna have to play some shot shaping more than likely. Like if I play a fade here, oh, we're online. Get in there. No. Asking about my hole-in-ones and we almost bury an albatross. I think I only have 2 albies in the game. Alright, we'll take it. That's still 8 under going out. 8 under going out's still pretty good shape, I would say. I mean, it's not... It's not killing it, but it's definitely still doing pretty well. Oh, your player stats, you've hit 68 hole-in-ones. Not sure how accurate that is. Have you played like mini golf courses or any like custom courses that would have maybe given you hole-in-ones? Because those all technically still count towards it as well. Alright, that open actually saved us because I was thinking it was going to curl me out more. Yo, what up, Jay Fields? How are you doing, man? I gotta, how many name changes have you been through? I realized after you followed that... Why do we keep making new accounts? I really thought with these firmnesses it wouldn't get out that far. Okay, we still have 9 foot. Look at Eagle. New phone? Forgot your Twitch login? Fair enough. All right. Well, I have a few names to go through to get you your channel points. Now, not the official Twitch channel points, but the channel points and hours tracking that my bot has for Twitch. I'll have to consolidate, if you will. I think it's just a little right to left at the very start. Like, not a lot, but just enough. Oh, that almost decided it wanted to go to the right. What up, JB? How's it going, Isaac? Am I on the hardest difficulty? Not quite. We play on a blend of Legend and Master, so the swing difficulty itself is Master, but we play closer to Legend right now. So this is no grids for lie or for the green, no aim marker, or no, not no aim marker, no scout cam. So basically the only thing that separates this from the hardest difficulty of the game is I think we have aim marker on and we're on Master instead of Legend swing. I think other than that, everything is at its max. But yeah, let me pop in here real quick. So I've got J Fields with 5 Z's, I've got 3 Z's, and I've got ZZ987. I'm assuming all are you. If all are you, then we can proceed, and I'll transfer all the hours over. Oh, you could actually like drive the green. This is probably dumb. But yeah, it's definitely dumb because I didn't get it in the fairway or the bunker. 23 yard. I gotta do some sort of flopping action up and over here. Little right to left. 26 yards. I mean, it's buried in here. Oh, sit. Oh man, that really rolled out. And it's got a bunch of left to right at the start of this thing. Yeah, well, that's one way to do it. Good job, Colby. Great freaking job. Not a bad look at it, just a little bit over. Agree with the James Franklin firing. Here's, I wouldn't have signed him to a 10-year contract 4 years ago, if that's a proper answer. You know, it was just kind of one of those, you knew what you were getting, you were going to be good, never, you know, good, maybe great, but never elite. Didn't see it ever crossing that threshold. Oh no, really? That didn't... Oh, come on, that didn't peel back to the right? I really thought that was going more right. See, I don't know if that's just like, is that a bad shot? Or, like, should I be just playing that less aggressively? Just give it to me, man. Just give me the hole out. Yo, what up, Kurtski? Once again, and still by a surprise, the plat cut is most definitely below your score. Seems to be the trend. Alright, we're just bumping it down there. It's gonna turn into a headwind, from what I can tell. $119. See, the thing is, we've got, like, you're talking like a 13-mile-an-hour wind in on that diagonal. Feels like it would be a little long. But it's certainly coming in softly. That's it. Can't seem to plant it close. The only reason we're scoring like we have is because we've made these putts to some effectiveness. I feel like I've been getting caught in between on wedges and not really been able to shape my way to success. What's going on, Stando? Benz, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Below. Kind of straight down the hill, and then it starts peeling left to right. Well. Okay. Had like two of those putts where, two or three of them where we've just hung it a little bit wide and it doesn't break down. Yeah, swing's feeling overall pretty good. I did leave myself a little bit much on this. 129, 127, let's call it. Choking this shot up the hill. I think we can go straight at this one. Now, my problem was on that one par 3 that it did not turn over to the right as much as I want. Pick a winner? You were Stando? I'll pick you, JB. We'll go with you this time. But I don't know, Stando's always a dangerous one. Benjamin on YouTube just got Twitch. Well, welcome on over, Ben. Glad to have you over on the Twitch side. It is definitely uphill. I think if we go power drive up this left-hand side, or up this right-hand side, we should be okay. As I flare the contact wide open. Love that for me. All right, well, now it's hitting hope. Good job. It's always the trees. It's always the trees. I have never seen so much draw on a flop shot. I was not ample prepared for that. I was very much so not prepared for the amount of shape to happen there. All right, par 3. What do we got? It's okay, 235. I think if you fade it, I think the fade will probably help us sit it down a little bit here. Jeez. That still just ran through. Like, line was really good, and if you have way less speed, there's a chance that that turns towards the hole, but that got down and started going real quick. All right, break is in the last half. What? That's saying right to left? It is right to left. Where am I aiming? I knew a way it was breaking and I going the other way with it. Just make sure I'm reading this right. Right to left. Actually, I think it's right to left at the start. I don't know what I was looking at. Okay, so it's above the feet, breaking, kind of crests the hill and flats out, and then starts to break more? Or is it break? It might be breaking the whole way. it's low. Haven't been able to get my proximity where I want it to. Stock 65 True Sim Society is fun, more like real golf, not having special shots and attributes. Yeah, I haven't touched the like stock 65 stuff since the game came out. I'm curious how I would play on a stock sculptor at this point. Or if there's another one that I would rather have. There we go. I feel like it's been a minute since we've just planted one and not really had to think too much about what's going to happen with the putt. Into the wind and down. I mean, I think... Oh, it's uphill. And just try and, like, bump this choke driver down there. Basically try and get a little bit further than my 3 would. 121, up the hill, into the wind. Gonna go a little punchy. And apparently I did not look at that long enough. It's the one thing. Sometimes if I like make a quick decision on something, it can spell trouble pretty quickly. No shot. Said it was straight at the end. That's straight. Why is it breaking to the right? I mean, if that says it's breaking to the right, then I aim the putt straight and we sink it from downtown. Alright. Well. Could be better, could be worse. I feel like I didn't... I mean, we made some longer putts, but definitely did not have the proximity that we're accustomed to. Yeah, only 13. So Siberian in there with an 18, Stives at 14, Dino 14, Bot at 13. So, like, we're in good company. We're in good company, but, yeah, by our standards, I think we left a bunch out there. Guess I was really only, was that 2 of 7? Felt like we made more. We missed a medium putt. Had some eagle, like we made 2 eagles, but I think we had some other eagle opportunities that we shorted ourselves on. All right, but we're sitting close to the top after 1. Obviously, it's just like a crazy uphill climb if we're gonna think about even trying to win this thing. That's all right. That's all right. We're trying to just go out there, hit good shots, try and make the most of it, and let what will come to us, you know? All right, gotta take a quick 2-minute breather. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, I'm just gonna try and keep reminding all night, if you want to vote on what other games we're playing this week, or what other game technically we're playing this week outside of golf, go check out the pinned comment, or check out the suggestions tab on Discord and get your vote in by by, before stream tomorrow. Because if you're later than that, well, actually I think by like noon tomorrow, I think I have it set to close. So get it in now. All right, I'll see you guys back here in 2 minutes, and then we'll fire up round 2. Be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. All right. Round 2. Medium wins. Normal, firm, fast. So I think greens get a little bit firmer, but everything else is just about the same. So gonna have to make some adjustments on approach, see if we can't squeeze things out a little bit more. All right. Par 4 downhill into the wind. All right, still got it. Still got it. Now let's see if we can do something with it here. 159. It's on a slight downhill. It feels like it would be like kind of right in that distance. Firm though. Okay, we're in close. What's going on, Jamie? Six-footer, a little bit of break. Staying left to right. Trying to visualize like how this is gonna come off the putter face. How's this gonna want to roll? Okay. It's always tough on those putts. Like, yes, there's not a lot of distance to cover, but there's also just a lot of things that could go wrong. Baby, thank you. Plenty of work left to do. Yeah, these are the ones that have been kind of getting me in trouble. These in-betweeners. Where I don't quite feel like I've got... Don't feel like I've quite got the right beat on things here. Yeah, just when it's in between, I'm like not shaping enough. Not shaping enough to get that corrected. Okay, but we've got to putt up the hill. Looks like it's a double breaker by all accounts. Like it's slightly above the feet and then it starts to flatten and peel the other way. I'm gonna just hit it pretty straight here, I think. And that initial part of the break didn't... It like skid right through it and then broke to the right. What up, Adam? A lot changed for Petsy since last week. Yeah. We have talked about it and I'm sure we'll talk about it a bunch more for, you know, until they hire someone. But yeah, I'm not entirely surprised by it. I mean, the expectations were sky high. You know, I wouldn't have re-signed him, you know, going back 4 years ago, so I think there are a lot of fans who are in the same boat. Well, when it's 4 inches up to the hole, that definitely affects things. Nice. Visualization while reading putts on TrueSim is huge without having a grid to fall back on. Yeah, you're trying to piece a couple of things together and then visualize it, right? It's like, how is it gonna come off the putter face? How is it gonna start following the break, fall to the hole? Yeah, you're trying to kind of piece together the puzzle because you can't feel it with your feet like you would in real life, right? So you're trying to take a few different things and match it all up. Come on, sit. I know it's firm, but sit. Dang. So yeah, like when I'm reading this, right, we're looking at what it's doing at the cup and at my feet, and then I'm trying to, you know, now I know it's left to right. So I'm looking up the hill to try and see the whole picture, right? See if anything changes across the putt. I think it starts to break more at the end. Kind of based on what I'm seeing from this angle. Just a little bit more at the end. So then you're just kind of trying to, work the line back. Kind of see, okay, what do I think it's gonna, how is it gonna skip off the face? How is it gonna start to turn? And if it's more at the end, I want to be out here, I think. And I just overread each part of that break, I think, a touch. I read close to twice as much break in that putt as there actually was. But, like, that's the thought process, right? Much like real life, you're not gonna get every single putt right. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, we nailed it. 102 power drive. Dies in the hill, but we're right there. We got a chance to hole one, maybe go up and down. Reading putts in real life, which has a fun element to the game in True Sim, it seems like. Unless you cheat. What are we referring to, Whacker Guy? What cheats? Out of the heavy right, it's low trajectory. That's not bad. Not bad. Didn't have the turn that I was hoping for, but we're up and down for the birdie. Can't make every putt. Can't make every putt unless you cheat. Yeah, well, I don't think the people that do those cheats are in True Sim. I think it already takes a lot of patience to do some of the cheats that people do with grids. I don't think those people are taking the time to cheat True Sim, at least not in my experience. 192, 182. See, that's too far. I think if we choke the 6-iron, we're gonna get what we're looking for. So that just, between the choke shot and the elevation, it just, like, destroyed any chance of the wind doing anything. So if I played, like, a regular 7, that would have come up pretty much where I wanted it to. Okay, well, it's gonna do a lot of right to left braking over the course of this putt. It's like uphill into a downhill. I'm just gonna play it dead weight. And these are so tough to read, because you're hitting them pretty firm. You're hitting them pretty firm. It's gonna kind of skid through the beginning, then start to turn. Carry on. I think it's going down. Somewhere out here. That did not break at all. Why is that so straight? End of that putt, like, did not turn. Must have been a lot flatter out on the right-hand side. Alright, let's do something with this. 5-iron. Well, we've got 205 yards to the hole, but it's actually got green to work with, which I feel like that's not normal these days. Yeah, choke the 5-iron, like 10 yards to roll out. Somewhere out here. I did not... I guess I didn't interpret from the picture on the tee box. I guess I thought we were gonna be a... Oh, I didn't pay attention that I didn't have that sort of runway. Okay. I didn't, like, register from the green book that we were on the short side like this. I thought we had a little bit more room. That's it. So that one rolls out like crazy. These other ones have... The earlier one, like, I overhit it and it sat down, so... Definitely not great. What's going on, Scooby? New to this game, having a lot of fun? What's True Sim? What difficulty is this? You have arrows on the green? So, True Sim is what we call it on the society that we play, TGC Tours. But it's basically Legend. It's basically everything off, except we have the A marker and we have swing difficulty down from Legend to Master. Everything else is off. I've got no lie grid, no green grid, no scout cam. 1.69 difficulty, so we're working with very little. This ball's... So it's downhill, left to right. Kind of the... Skip off the front. There we go, get in there. Tried pro right off the bat and it's so hard. Yeah, we are carrying over experience from prior 2K golf games. But the swing is definitely an adjustment and just getting used to, you know, the mechanics of the game, how the physics all plays, getting more consistent. It's definitely an uphill battle, but, like, that's the fun of it, right? So many things to work on. You just keep, you know, fighting against yourself to get better. That's more like it. That's more like it. Alright, par 5 to end. Let's see what we can do. 260. I mean, you probably go through, but man, if you get that. I don't know, is it worth Is it worth the risk? Try and cut this corner. Is it gonna hold? Because it's firm. I mean, it's got trees, but I don't know, 260 around the corner. You can still get it out to something pretty nice. I'm gonna take the safer bet. I'm gonna take 3 wood up this inside line. It's not gonna be quite as close, but it's still gonna be a reasonable club in on a par 5. What's going on, Damon? Is it Damon or Daman? Like you Daman or you Damon? This is a sculptor build. $68, $58 wind. Daman, okay, got it. It's always like to make sure, because I definitely have the propensity to butcher a name or two, or 20 or 100. And that's like one of my pet peeves, is getting people's names wrong. So always like to make sure. You know what? I think that sits it softer. I think that's what cuts the... My luck is gonna land like 2 inches before the green. No, I actually do get it up there. I tried to sit it softly. That's so tough. It's like right in between. Those who play this game at a very high level, been playing golf games for 20 years? Well, I guess I'm an exception to that. Unless you don't consider me at a high level, then I guess that's fair. I technically played Tiger Woods 06 and 10, but like, that was it. And I know I'm gonna make some people, you know, maybe 11 and like 15. But really 2K21 is when I started playing. And I do not have near the hours that a lot of people do. Like, I have a lot of hours, but realistically, like, I have less than 3,000 hours across the entire 2K golf franchise. Some people have that in a single game. I don't really know what's happening with this putt. If I'm being completely honest, it feels kind of double breaky. I'm gonna hit it kind of straight and just hope. Eh. We'll take a birdie. I couldn't really see it just going out to the right there. Know how much wind you have to play? So if you look at the blue fill, Ben, you look at the blue fill on the wind meter, even when the wind meter tells you the wind number, that blue fill will be there. So you just kind of learn. You know, how they match up. I pulled it. Be friendly, kick right. Be friendly, kick right. Be friendly, kick right. Hey! Haven't played in 20 years? Just started when this game came out. Well, that's impressive. But at the same token, like, I played 2K21 when the game came out. For like the first 100 hours, I didn't play Master. And then I started playing Master, and I qualified in CCA, and I made it to Plat in less than 2 months. 3, 6, 9 weeks. We won CCA, and we won an event in Elite. So, like, gamer's gonna game, you know? Gamer's definitely gonna game. I think I need to choke the 6, because I don't know, that's 180 to the front. I feel like we're not gonna have that if we take the... We take the 7-iron. So I want to choke the 6 to ensure we climb onto the front of the green here. Oh no, we're going to hit the fringe anyway. It's not the deadliest release, though. We got a chance. What up, Stash? Been a long time coming. Or I guess a long time hoping. Just finally had, you know, an easy enough excuse. Don't get me wrong, I think he's done great things for the program, but I don't think he was ever going to get us to where we wanted to go. I think is probably the best way to put it, because I don't want to, I don't know, I don't want to come across like he did nothing for the program. Nice. Been playing golf games for a long time. You're flat out terrible at 2K25, so there's that. So Jamie, is your issue the diagonal swing? Would that be the biggest thing? Also, Demand, I completely apologize. I missed the tail end of that. You have a powerhouse, it's hard to use. Any tips? I would say, for me personally, the powerhouse is down the rankings. I would say Technician is the friendliest. I would say Technician is the overall friendliest build. And then I would say Magician and Sculptor are probably the next two that I would be considering. This is definitely trying to shoot a gap. But, I'm feeling the gap. No, it's gonna hold out to the left? Alright, well, at least it should be in the bunker. 29 yards? It's kind of a long pick shot, but we might actually be able to do that. Right to left. I'm gonna play the 27 degree, thinking that this is actually downhill. But let me maybe double check that. Does seem like it's downhill behind, but it doesn't actually look like it's downhill to it. Maybe just a touch? Maybe just a touch. Feels like the next club is too much. Now that was the right call. Hey, thank you for the $5, Demand. You did not have to do that. I appreciate it. You want to build a Technician, but you put 80 hours in? You like my style? Well, so the main difference is going to be Technician has a lot of forgiveness, but with the extra stats that you can get these days with like Pink Diamond and everything, like you can definitely make them a lot closer. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for and how much forgiveness you need. Because I have a Sculptor. And I still, with all of the fittings and everything, I think I have like around 90 swing path and contact. So like I definitely get a decent amount out of it all. So it really comes down to, at this point, I think probably Technician is the safest, and then Sculptor if you like the shot shaping. If you find yourself in the rough more and stuff, like Magician is going to do you well. Mushu time, thank you for the follow. What's going on, Frank? Don't know how I'm so consistent? You struggle even on pro difficulty to hit straight shots? Can't figure out the true swing or whatever it's called. So, the swing difficulty only determines how punishing your misses are. the swing is the exact same in this game across all of it. So pro versus master versus legend, your consistency, if you hit the points, the game is the same on all of them. The way that I approach it, Frank, and this is maybe just a mental thing for people to try and go through. I try and take out as many variables as possible. So for me, it starts with treat it like real golf. Sit with the same posture, same grip every single time. And then you can just rely on the feel that day. So like for me, right now I'm feeling like I'm swinging left to left. It's gonna be different for everyone. Demand, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. Appreciate that, dude. So I personally mess with left stick and right stick, mess with draw bias and fade bias. Find which combo, so those 4 combinations, you get the most consistency from, and then think relative terms, right? Like, oh, I'm missing on my backswing just left. Okay, I need to feel more straight or more right. Like, find what that feel is. So for me, like when I set up for a shot, I know that I'm sitting, looking at the screen the same way, holding the controller the same way. Like I have the controller gripped on a diagonal. I know how that feels in my hand, how it sits on my leg. And so I'm always feeling for this like inside left to kind of up to the left. Sometimes that feel will adjust and I have to be flexible with that. But that's like the general approach that I'm trying to take, right? So on this shot here, right, I'm going through, I'm trying to read the wind here, which I would say probably close to like 6. We'll call it like 6 miles an hour. So it's that blue fill. So the way that oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Put that back. So the way that I look at this, I find reference points. So for me, like my reference point is if the blue fill was touching the tip while the wind gauge looks like this, that'd be 15. So then kind of I can work it back of like, okay, 10, like I would say this is 6 to 7 mile an hour wind. That's how I read that. So, okay, I need to make an adjustment. 6 to 7 miles an hour. I'm putting a little bit of loft. We'll play it out to the left. And then we're going through that whole swing feel, right? I'm set up. Sometimes you'll see me do a couple pumps like this. I'm like feeling the groove that feels right on the takeaway just from experience. Left to left. And there, I over adjusted. I'm a little bit more left than I want to be. But that's the kind of thought process that I'm running through. Hey, thank you very much, Frank. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for the super sticker. How many TGC Tours events have I won? So in 2K21, I won CCA once and Elite once. I've never won on Plat in any of the games. In True Sim, I've probably won like 6 or 7 events between 2K23 and 2K25. Definitely have blown wins a few times in those events as well. I just dipped a little bit low in the middle there. I thought it was kind of straightening out. It wasn't. Hey, no problem, Frank. Always try my best to help. Been enjoying True Sim the most lately, Jim? Don't know if it's mental, but you hit your points at a much higher clip than regular TGC. I wonder if some of the... I mean, it probably is mental. I don't know exactly what it is. My guess is maybe there's something mental about being... I don't know, maybe you're less scared? you know, because you can see like kind of what's coming from the yardage book and everything, but you're probably not as scared about the precision that you need to have or like expecting yourself to have. You know, in regular TGC, you kind of see everything in front of you. You have these high expectations. I think there's probably a bit of playing looser. But a little bit of loft. Come on, spin back left. Man. Gotta get back to work. Appreciate it all the way from Alaska. I appreciate the super chats, demand. You guys are really spoiling me tonight. So thank you very much. I hope work goes well for you. I'll catch you around. Hey, so the guys you've watched play TGC, it's so hard to... Oh, it is very hard to win. It is very hard to win. True Sim's a weird one in that, like, not all... It's a very low player pool compared to the other tours. But it's also, you know, a more time-consuming and, you know, it's a different challenge. I don't want to say it's more challenging because it's challenging in different ways. The tracks aren't near as difficult, but... It is certainly a challenge. Competitive in this game, only control... You can play keyboard and mouse, Scooby. You can play keyboard and mouse. It's really just personal preference on input device. I think with the diagonal swing, keyboard and mouse has become less popular. You know, when it was the straight up and down swing in previous titles, I think there was a little bit more... I don't want to say incentive, but probably a higher amount of people. I'm trying to figure... I can't... Normally I don't get super whatever with the... A lie, that's slightly above my feet. Yeah, I thought that was more above my feet, but the wind really just took over on that. Don't go for as much and play pat. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if you've got better course management, you know, I try and balance that. Like, there are some times where you decide to be more aggressive, and I think, you know, I'm probably more aggressive on regular, you know, on plat, but a big part of my game, I feel like, is built on, you know, smart decision making. Okay, good putt. Build on smart decision making, build on course management, you know, trying to just lay up to a wedge. I mean, I think on plat, sometimes I feel like your hand is forced on that a little bit, but I think when you see some of the things, it can be very easy to go for it. You know, I think it's very much so, like, easier to feel like, oh, well, I can just try and step on this one or go after it, when in reality, you probably shouldn't. I'm gonna play a big fade here. I think it'll take out a bunch of distance. Okay, striped it. Wind's gonna hold it up. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, I love it. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. man. Get in there, D-Brad. Thank you for the gift sub to Albertoli Ravioli. And Mikey's getting in on it. And Irvin. Just hit good shots, make hype trains happen. What are we, a content creator or something now? Is this what content creation is? Thank you guys very, very much. Hope you enjoy your faces. Thank you kindly. D-Brad with the gift sub. Mikey coming back for 13 months. Irving getting in there with the Prime sub. Appreciate y'all. What's going on, Hammy? That was a nice one. We almost hit an Albie earlier. We'll take an Albie there. So Scooby, when we say plat, so we play on what's called TGC tours. So TGC's tours basically is a series of societies that they have in the game. Societies can be run by anybody. TGC Tours in particular has a third-party website. They have access. I think they're the only ones that have access to the in-game data from their societies that they can populate the website with. So they have 15 flights on the main tours. Platinum, so that's plat, elite, kinetic, and then challenge circuit A through L. So that if you hear us say CC or CCA, whatever, that's what we're talking about. So of those 15 flights, you can qualify into one of them if you shoot well enough in the weekly qualifier, which takes place in CC. You get placed in. You get placed into a flight if you qualify, and then every week there is a tournament. So you can move up and down based, like there's a cut deadline on Thursday morning, Wednesday night, depending on where you live. You know, you have to make the cut. If you finish high enough at the end of the week, you get promotion marks. Enough promotion marks, you can move up a flight. But if you finish at the bottom of the barrel, you can also get demotion marks and move your way down. So we live up in Platinum Tour land. I think we're currently world rank 22. We had gotten as high as 15 or 16 earlier in the season, or last season. We've fallen off since. True Sim is a side tour that we play in. Anybody can play in this side tour alongside your regular card. But so plat is very challenging. It's on a different difficulty setting. It uses Legend Swing, but you have Green Grid and Scout Cam. So like things get shifted around a little bit, but the competition level is the absolute highest as far as the tours are concerned. So it's just a completely different animal. I actually think this is going to be perfect because it's going to be short, land it in the rough, and then like spit it out. Spit it out onto the green here. At least that's my thought process, is like hit the rough, take some of the momentum out, but let it release. It's just a little bit too much to the right. On True Sim something else, you have 3 of them and 2 are in practice events. Well, the key, D-Brad, is don't play practice events. Unless you're saying they were like the True Sim exhibition events, but I don't play practice rounds. Shot 600 in the tournament Friday and won. Both you and your teammate won the closest to the pin on each on different holes. Get in there, Hunter. Get in there, dude. Did you have an individual score or was it group scoring? Is in the exhibition events, gotcha. I don't think I played in the exhibition events. I think we played the Plat exhibition events a little bit as like some warm-up stuff. We pretty much just played Revan's thing. Turn. Ooh. I had a fear that was going to be the result. Scramble IRL? Yeah. I knew you were saying about it. I don't think I don't think I remembered it being a scramble. I think that's just where I was maybe a little bit confused. Hey, thank you guys for the hype train. I appreciate that. I know it was, hit good golf shot, but I still appreciate it. Do East Lake to see how you played and got one there? So you had some sort of insider secrets there. You're asking for a course and then you hole one. Yeah, we've had a lot of eagle hole outs. The Albies haven't really been on the menu too much. Strictly when I'm streaming? Pretty much strictly when I'm streaming, Whacker Guy. If I ever play offline, it's like very, very rarely, and it's because I'm trying to like work something out with yardages or wind or something like that. But honestly, I haven't put that sort of time into this game. I went for the aggressive play. It almost lifted up. Whoops. Yeah, I can check after this game how many hours we have. It's really not that many compared to what I think a lot of people have. When I say a lot of people, you know what I mean, like the higher ranked, probably even like just regular ranked players and stuff. Top left and in. No! Supposed to just a little more left. Wait. Almost hole 18 as well. 4,500 hours already? I have 400 on the dot. So. Which is actually crazy, because I think I've been playing this more than I did 23. 23 we have 901. But I also had paternity leave during that. And I think we had just over 1,400 on 2K21. But 2K21, like, I had a kid during 2K23. We've been technically streaming more, I think, with this, but that's because I shifted my stream schedule to later at the start of the year. I don't have a cap on stream time, which also means that I'm sleeping as well. Although we did cut down on the amount. We were playing purely golf. All 4 streams a week. I've since cut that back. Alright, so he's 7 strokes clear of us now. Yeah, he put another 2 in between. I mean, we're playing well. We're up there. Albie helps, for sure. There's certainly some missed opportunities along the way. What? Worst procs? Hole 1 from 205. I missed 2 medium putts. Like, that... You know? Just can't be that guy. You just can't be missing medium putts is what it is. Need to nerf Siberian? I mean, the man's is just, he's put in the work. He's put in the work, and he's, you know... If I was a better putter and I was a better... a lot of things, I think we would, be even better. That was a stupid thing to say. If I was a better everything, I would be better. Yeah, no crap, kid. The Falcons beat the Bills, and this is why we play the game, ladies and gentlemen. Any sport. If sports were played on paper, you know, they wouldn't be the real deal. So you gotta show up and win what you're supposed to. The bright spot in my sports world over the past week. So over the weekend, we were up at my parents'. We're sitting around talking. My dad and I threw on the Penn State women's volleyball match against Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin was ranked 7th, I think. Penn State ranked 19th. Penn State swept them 3 sets. So, like, rankings are just that. They're just numbers. You got to show up and play the game. Josh Allen's disappointed you yet again. You need a new QB in this round. I'm sorry for your loss, Doctor. Alien used to the Falcons pass rush sucking. People see stuff on tape and like things completely change. Got a bad rep at the start of the game. Never get any real respect for high quality gameplay because of that. Well, the thing is, like, 2K's reinstated him, and I think he's been streaming lately, so like make your own assumptions, right? I mean, watch and make your own assumptions. I think there's maybe more. Here's like the funky thing with this game, like controllers. Like I think the controller you use is a lot more prevalent, just like with the different. It was the Wolverine and the V2 and all of that, and then like it's now shifted to the G7 and all. Like, I think the controller plays a bigger factor, but at the end of the day, you still have to be able to read win, read lie, hit shot, make putt. Right, so like if there's something that you're able to do with those pieces on Xbox specifically, then like who knows, but like at a certain point, if people play it in front of you, there's only so much, so many questions you can ask. 9 ranking 3 digits this week. Your brother, on the other hand, got over 160 points. Jeez. Just like Ducks lost to Indiana. Yeah, like, you got to play the game. I mean, look at the situation Penn State's in, right? Like, that's my team. Three score, not underdog. What is the technical name for the team that's supposed to win? There's the underdog. They're not overdogs. What do you call them? They're 3 score favorites. Thank you. I like overdog though. I think that's a better one, Andrew. I think overdogs is. We should try and start something here. I don't know. Who cares about favorites? Overdogs and underdogs. You prefer updog? What's updog, man? All right. But yeah, that's why you play the game, and that's why sportsbooks take losses on some of those things. Depending on how they go, but. At the end of the day, like these games gotta be played. Otherwise, like you're taking theoreticals on paper. You're saying, well, this is what the simulation says. It's like, okay, but what is reality? Can't account for coaching. Can't account for injuries. Can't account for guys making spectacular plays, making poor plays. Like you're talking about a field with 22 individuals at one given time who are doing things. Let alone the coaching and stuff that goes on behind the scenes. There's so many variables. Paper doesn't really have variables. The field does. All right. Quick 3-minute break, and then we are going to dive into round 3. So, yeah, if you missed it, we hit an albatross last round. Feels good, man. But, yeah, we'll be back for round 3 in 3 minutes. Appreciate you all. We'll be right back. Ads. Get out of here. Get out of here, ads. Okay, so for round 3, they're bumping it up to high winds, but we're going soft, soft, moderate. That sounds like it could be scoreable. Soft, soft, moderate. Moderates are normally my happy place when it comes to putts. Now, we've been putting all right on the fast greens, so I'm gonna have to just keep that all in mind as we go here. It's downhill. I don't know. Part of me wants to power drive it, but let's play it smart. Try and overpower this as opposed to power drive. Although it does make me wonder, like, I don't know if that's a smarter play. Like, I don't know which one's more forgiving. But we've got, like, 14-mile-an-hour winds here. It's gonna definitely play a little more than that. 144. Okay. So this is gonna be the real test. So it's high winds, 14, 18, 33, 35, choked approach. I gotta play some D-loft on this, and then it's kind of starting there. It's gonna punch through, but it's gonna turn over. I feel like it needs to be out here. Oh, that's like perfectly dialed up. Yes, sir. Okay, we'll take that for hole number 1. Yo, what's going on, Casey? Welcome back. But yeah, I think D-Brad, like, going back to what we were talking about with, like, holing out on True Sim, I think a lot of it is just, I mean, it is luck, but there's also a lot of, I'm trying to play a particular shot, so it's like always kind of trying to land and roll it up. Now, sometimes if it's a wedge, you know, I'll be trying to spin it back a lot of times I'm playing like straight at it, right, and letting the contours take it. You know, and you're sometimes you can kind of see the contour from afar, you know, but that's really my game plan. Like, there's not much beyond that. You know, how I hold the frequency that I do, don't really know. It's playing 15, 26, it's on a downhill. So, like, this shot here, right, like, it looks fairly flat, maybe a touch right to left. I'm really just trying to sling it on line, like, at the hole. Now, I have to remember these are softs with the headwind. So, you know, it's not really going to want to spin back. It's pretty much going just straight where I tell it to. Now, this is an odd one because it's below the feet. Right, so like, I'm swiping across. It's coming out to the right, and then it's gonna wanna really turn right as well. The turning right is gonna kind of affect this wind. So, you know, I think it's still, I mean, it's gonna play probably a little bit less than the 15, but even 13 on the softs, I'm gonna wanna play a few yards of the D-loft here. And then you're punching it, it's turning, I think it's still turning. Well, it definitely turned over to the right. That's the right distance. But like, that's really just the thought process on all of it, is trying to roll one in. Now it's harder when it's softs like this. But I'm just kind of trying to throw it right at the flag. Unless I know exactly how the green goes. It's a little above the feet, and then it straightens out. Not much above the feet. No way. There's break at the end? It was looking like it was... I thought it was going because it got through that early break. Alright. Touche. 195 yard par 3. Like 16-mile-an-hour wind. So if we were throwing this right at it... I think 400's a little long. 206, 208 minus the 16. Like 190. I don't know. 4-iron. It softs it into this wind. I don't think it's going to go very far. These are pretty strong winds, just given the fact that it's high winds and not very high. Yeah, I knew it was like barely gonna go anywhere. Soft, moderate with that sort of headwind. Left to righter. The whole way. See, like, the thing is, when you hit it at this pace, I feel like it has a little bit of a skid period. Matthew, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much for the YouTube sub. Appreciate it. So it comes off, and then, like, I feel like the skid period's longer, and then you're turning somewhere out here. Come on! Dang it. I underswung it. Okay. Caught the lower edge and I underswung it, so that's in if we connect. That's in if we connect with just a little bit more pace. I don't think we want to be just full bombing it out there, so we'll take 3 wood, get it center fairway. It's soft. This should give us a nice wedge distance in. 111, 108. Let's see, like I think this is a little bit of an awkward one because full is a couple yards long, but it's soft. Whereas, like, I think we're just in between on this. So I'm gonna play just... Well, actually, hold on. Because this wind is actually a hair in. I 101'd it. That extra 1%. I mean, I think we were still a little long. I didn't take enough off. I thought that side wind was playing a little more hurt. Okay, so that one we overread, the other one we underhit. Draw before every shot? For the most part, Jim. Most of the time, I am trying to hit a straight ball. Helps me visualize the flight path better and the wind and everything, but on top of that, having it shot shaped the same way makes my swing points more consistent. Yeah, so I'm not worrying as much about if my swing is different. Alright, I think you've got to go with this. It's a little above the feet. Wind's gonna kind of take over, I think, and straighten this guy out. I closed it. Soft, though. Works for me, but it's just not a pretty 5-footer. Yeah, this is not one that you want to be missing pin high. Okay, so I guess the one thing that's happening right now, these moderates, I think, are generally, yeah, I'm like tuned into the fasts, which I'm normally tuned into the moderate. So I just have to make some adjustments on that because we're not playing those well at all. 229, 219. This choke 3 hybrid is gonna be long. A little loft, and I'm gonna play a little partial. Actually, we're just gonna play the partial. Because I think, let's think about this. 219. It's playing like 1319. Like, this is just long. You play it a little bit short. Like, it's soft, but it should still run being a choke shot. Wow, that was weird how it like landed. I guess because it's so uphill, it landed and just started to roll immediately. Let's see if we can learn something here. So we've got an 8-footer with right to left break. We have been definitely misreading these. Underswung it. So for whatever reason, the ones that we've read correctly, I'm underswinging, and the ones that we've read incorrectly, we're hitting perfect. It just can't quite seem to nail it down. $192, $196. Wind's holding steady. That's gonna be 2. Let's see here. I gotta take something off of this. The wind's... Sweep the draw. Too far left. Distance is spot on. It just draws a little too much. All right, again, left to right. Have not been having a good time with these so far. There we go. There we go. Dude, missing these pot weights is not bad, just disappointed. Apparently just swinging a fraction early. $317, $325, $340s, but it's soft, so you can't drive the green. But 25 yards. I don't know, is this a dumb shot? I think it is, right? Whatever, we've got, what do we have to lose at this point, really? Alright, 108 power drive for JB. Only 103. If that's squared up perfectly, that might be one of the most insane shots I hit. $22, $20. Ultimately not the worst thing. Ultimately not the worst thing. We'll take it. Up and down. I'm glad I didn't get 108. 108 would have 108 would have been cruising. I don't know. Like, it's soft, so maybe you do cut the corner. Let's think about this. You go over the water. We'll go here. Yeah, what's going on, Ginger Juice? Soft fairway, soft fairway, soft fairway. I'll take that. I'll take that. I know it's gonna add some variability, but now we've got a wedge. Now we've got a wedge up the hill. 32. The wind's gonna take us long. This is kind of the funky part here, right? So 132 stock. If this flies low out of the 125, that's still long. I think you gotta go with this. I know it's so like there's variability, but we'll be up in there for a 2-putt. Regardless of how this plays. Yeah, we got that for an eagle look. I'll take it. Cry yourself to sleep after this embarrassing loss in fantasy. I'm sorry to hear that, Doctor. I hope you mentally recover from this one. I hope next week is better for you as long as it doesn't come at the expense of the Eagles. There we go. There we go. We had a little par train there on 2 through 5. We finish up 5 under through the last 4 holes of the front 9. Get things going properly into the turn. The Eagles, Matthew? Go Birds. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but yeah. Born and raised up in the Philly burbs, so I know, hate to disappoint you. Hate to disappoint you. That's horrible. Yeah, well, it's a blessing some years and a curse most years, because I'm also, you know, a Phillies fan, a Flyers fan, I'm a Penn State fan, I'm a Sixers fan. So, like, yeah, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, but, like, the Phillies have been, you know, getting close and then falling apart. The Sixers, I don't know what's happening to them. The Flyers have been bad for, like, a decade. We won our first game, though, tonight. Beat the Panthers in a rematch. We'll take it. What was it? Like, when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, I think the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Union lost the national championship for MLS, and there was something else. There were like 3 catastrophic Philadelphia losses all in like a 24-hour period. 2 giant Super Bowls in your life? That's more than most. Hey, I was rooting for, you know, I've seen 2 Eagles Super Bowl wins as well, 2 losses also, but I was rooting for the Giants back then, because the Giants at that point in time were lower on my hate list than the Patriots were. But I think that's like how most were. Now, I would have rooted for the Patriots over the Cowboys, but I don't think there was anybody else. kind of like the Chiefs now, right? Dude, Scadaboo looks like he's just looking for somebody. Like, watching him play in the bowl games for Arizona State, like, he is seeking out a hit. All right, 206. That is buttery smooth. It is peeling back. It's going to do a little hop and roll, and we're going to be golden. Because it's going to be in the hole. No, it's not. Gosh darn it. Come on, go in. Almost 2 Albies. Almost 2 Albies. Would have been sick. What's going on, guy? Welcome back. Jefferson with the Vikings, but probably won't play him unless everyone else is injured. I mean, Justin Jefferson's one of the best, but he's also playing behind Carson Wentz, so this is weird because I almost want to I'm like awkwardly in between on this. Because it's soft. This might be short, but I don't like the power drive. I gotta overpower this. Only 102. See how it goes. Under the tree. Clip the tree. I actually could have gone with like 100 or a 101 the way that was going. Let's break into the... It says right to left. That says left to right. Where's the, like... Left to right, flattens out, and then it's bare... Like... This definitely feels like to me, even though you're gonna be like skipping up the hill. All right, something like here, I think. Oh no, it's gonna hold up. Alright. Cut through. Didn't get his... I thought I was going to peel more out to the right. 3 games that you lost with 130 points. This week you win with 148 against the guy that dropped 90. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing of it, man. I haven't played fantasy football in over a decade. But I just... Props to the people who can commit to it. I don't have the time. Also, just pretty much every league I feel like I ever played in, most of the people stop playing so early into it, and it then just becomes this, like, how are you even supposed to do anything? You're picking up waivers on just whoever's left over, and... I don't think that has enough legs. Yeah, it looks like it's up the hill. Okay. That released a little bit more than I thought it would. We'll take the tap in. I tried to deal off the 4-iron, you know, to cut it through the wind there and give it a little bit of chase. I guess it started to come back down the hill a little. I'll just underhit this. Make sure that we get it down in the fairway. 3 rounds in your 2K23 career? Shot 20 under, 14 under, 14 under, 2K23 or 2K25? I just gotta make sure you've gone back in time to play the last game. Sounds like you need to up the difficulty. 2K23? Yeah, sounds like either need to up the difficulty or you're just really good. Don't have the full 2K25, gotcha. I'm gonna throw this full. Feel like I have to kind of trust the wind. I'm a little short, which I don't love. Okay, I thought it was gonna be spinnier. Left to right breaker. Now, to be fair, these putts haven't been our best. We've just been hitting them close enough to not have to worry about it. It was a little break to a lot of break. Nice. Up the difficulty, you've tried and the swing timing kills you. Yeah, it's all about so in 2K23 it's all about your downswing timing. So you have to just be like it's just the committed and smooth on the downswing. Don't worry about like your takeaway kind of mentally influences it, but as far as the game is concerned, you don't actually have to have any sort of like backswing timing. It's just the downswing. And once you get comfortable with that cadence, you'll be golden. $51.46. Well, 44, and then the thing is, I feel like sure. This is gonna be a weird shot. I don't love it, but I don't feel like I have a better option. We're gonna go 95% choked 9-iron. I 93%ed it? Is that gonna work out better than 95? No, I think 95 was gonna work out exactly how we wanted it to. But partials haven't been my strong suit since the game nerfed them. Take it. Take it. Making a few putts here. Uphill, but it's tailwind. It's soft. I think we're gonna just try to overpower it instead of trying to power drive, just because I don't know what 17 yards extra is gonna look like with the tailwind. Probably was fine. Now we did have good luck shaping a fade up against this wind last time. And I actually think we're gonna have similar luck again here. Oh, it really held out a lot more to the right. Pursuit tailwind. Alright, well, we're on the dance floor. And it only looks like a little bit of right to left the whole way. and you're uphill, so we might be able... Throw something out here. Oh wow, look at that snap. I thought it was like a baby right to left the whole way, but like right off the foot, jumped hard left. Make the AI difficulty harder so it's closer? I think you have them set to pro, maybe you'll set their difficulty to tour. Yeah, I mean, tinker with the two of them. I think if your scores are that low, you probably... You know, it's going to be a big jump in difficulty, but like you could also make it more difficult for yourself and lower their difficulty, right? And keep tuning those. You know, turn one or two, you know, turn a couple difficulty settings up or down at the same time. Just kind of keep tweaking it until you find a happy medium. I pulled it. Hello, bunker. Dang. What's going on, Dane? Brother, shout out, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dane's bro. Hope it's a good one. Hope we don't feel too old. Ball's a little below the feet. This is, again, like... It's below the feet, but you're just kind of also throwing it... It's a little uphill. Yeah, unfortunately for you, Dane, I'm not an idiot, so... Well played, you abused your goodwill. But unfortunately, I can read. So. It's also not creative, like... The number of people that try and pull that... I don't know if that's just like a YouTube thing, or YouTube Shorts thing, or like an age thing. Like, I don't know. But like the number of times that that stuff has been tried. Yeah, it's been a long, long time since anybody's wanted like a genuine shout out for somebody. Other than like, hey bro, can you shout me out? AK, can you tell people to watch my channel? And it's like, I don't know your content, and that's not really great etiquette. Make good content and people will shout you out. Don't ask for it. Yeah, well, I think Mike and Dixon will be really good friends. Think they were made for each other? An immaturity thing? Well, I mean, obviously, right? But, you know, for as much as people give crap about, like, Twitch trolls, it's probably with YouTube because I'm streaming on vertical, which means that it comes through the shorts feed, right? And so it hits that many more people. And I think the demographic for shorts tends to be a bit younger, generally speaking. Spin. It's like baby left to right. I pushed it and I underswung. That's on me. That's a makeable birdie if I just focus up. Well, it went back-to-back eagles on 9 and 10. Yeah. A little bit of an American in the middle there. I mean, for having a 4 par streak on the front 9 and shooting 14, that's pretty good, making things up elsewhere. Comments on shorts can't be seen here? Huh? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Hey, we outshot Siberian. We're only 6 strokes down. Alright. Cool. We just had to shoot, I think, 25 on the last round to win. No, I mean, we've played well at this. I've just left some strokes out there. Add difficulty towards the out. Go, yeah. Start from there, and then like as you're feeling it, you know, maybe move some difficulty up and just kind of keep tweaking to keep it competitive. If you're shooting really low and you're blowing out the AI every time, it's, at least to me, it becomes not fun. Answered your question. So, I mean, I have the chat merged on my end. So like I have a chat bot that lets me see everything. I know that YouTube is rolling out a feature in which I think the chats will actually combine and there will be like a merged dashboard where I'll be able to see everything, but that's not out for every creator yet. That'll be really nice though, once that's out. Because that way then all of YouTube, even though they'll be watching 2 different versions, will actually see the same chat, which is pretty sweet. Make it a more homogeneous. I don't know what the right fancy word is for that. But you know, Twitch and YouTube will still always be separated because obviously different platforms, but it'll be pretty sweet to have it combined within one. I did see that Twitch is testing vertical streams, but I feel like the layout, the way that they show it, it doesn't look like it's conducive to gaming. Or it would like force me to maybe change the layout of my vertical stuff. I don't know. The thing though is like YouTube's vertical algorithm like plays in with shorts, and so I think that's the lucrative part there. Whereas Twitch would just be like how you watch it, and I don't think it would necessarily, I mean, maybe they'll try and feed the vertical ones more when they get to that, but I just don't see the Twitch algorithm making the vertical stuff as worth it unless you're already big. I don't know. That's just my speculation, but I have found the YouTube vertical stuff to be awesome. Just the influx of people, I mean, the amount that people interact with it, it just keeps me being able to talk and everything. I know that some people probably don't, I mean, some people prefer watching in the vertical, and that's completely cool. In case you didn't know, if you're watching vertical, we do have a horizontal version on YouTube and also on Twitch, so in case you like rotating your phone, you know, suit yourself. Can see it all, but this is a separate stream to the short one. I mean, all of your messages that I'm seeing, Whacker, are coming through on the normal chat. But if you're sending it from the vertical, then maybe they've changed stuff behind the scenes. I don't know. Everything that I'm seeing right now is coming from the vertical, but I have all 3 of my chats are combined in a bot. So to me, it just says YouTube. It doesn't tell me which one of the 2 it comes from. All right, we got 1 round left. See how we can finish this tournament out. We're sitting top 5. Other guys are shooting super low scores. We've hit great shots. We've also left a few out there, missed some putts. The usual. It's just another week, but we're playing pretty well. So round 4 coming up. I'll see you guys back here in 2 minutes. Thank you all for being here.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, we back. It's called Atum. A-I-T-U-M, I believe is how you spell it. All right, low winds. Normal, moderate, fast. That's for you, Guy. Guy, you guys almost pulled the upset off. I wasn't watching the game, but I was keeping tabs on it. Would have been pretty sick. Uh-oh. I'm getting hyped about college football upsets. Double crossed. Hole closed. Alright, well, that means I pretty well can't play aggressive on this. Except JK LOL, I'm going to. Should I have? Probably not. Nine yards. Does it go downhill behind? Honestly, can't really tell. Right to left, or left to right. Brain, work. Left to right. That's the right one. Pulled it. I pulled it. I read it so well, but I pulled it. Okay. Let's square this swing away. ASAP Rocky. Okay, that's close. I mean, it's what we needed, but like the points are on the edges, so that's why I say it's close. What do you mean, streamer? You hit it right on the mark. Little D lofty. See, there's the closed. Don't need to have as much of a left feeling on the downside. It's like left in, but I gotta be back to straighter on that follow through. Left to right, but it straightens out. Nice. Nice. Okay. Recovered. Now I get a par 3. What'd it do? Choke it? Little choke tee shot action? It's not a lot of wind, but there's a little bit. Can we get right? Oh man. We've had some looks. I mean, we had an albatross. I feel like we've almost had multiple albatrosses and multiple aces tonight. They have been mighty close. Right now, the way that the swing is feeling for round 4, power drive feels sketchy. Just throwing that out there now, power drive feels a little sus. Because I can't quite seem to nail down my points consistently. So far, we're getting away with it. Yeah, you don't have enough wind to do anything too crazy. Feels like I need to be in more to the left on my backswing. That's the piece I'm missing here. Now this is the part where it's like things are a little bit firmer. Can't exactly say I was expecting that to spin sideways. But we'll take it. I mean, we parred the first, but we're rattling off the birdies ever since. Par 5. Bring out the big dog, let it eat. I said about not doing the power drive, but here we go. That was pretty close. Sometimes you just can't can't not. 9-iron, let the wind hold it up a little bit. Hop, skip up the hill. Actually, up the hill, it's probably going to release a little more. I'm going to put a little bit of loft in. Yeah, we're going to take just a touch off. Feels like it wants to go a little left. Not a lot of left, but just a little left. And then the wind kind of curling it back and up the hill. I'm going to go out here. Striped. 2 albatrosses one night? Give it to me. I mean, you could have been nice. So 5. 5-iron feels like it's gotta be too much. But choked 5-iron, probably not enough. So overpower the choked 5. Looks like it's going right to left on the green, so we're gonna play for that right to left on the green. And that was the play. Unfortunately, it was uphill. So I think, I don't know, maybe on some of these I have to start trying to play for like a slight partial. It's one thing I definitely don't do. Doesn't feel like a lot, but it... Nice. Things you love to see. Welcome back to Man. Uh, 317. Downhill 325, a little bit. It's just set too far back. Like, even with overpower, I think you're pretty much going towards that gap, so... I'm gonna go with a choked 3-wood. I think if we take the choked 3-wood down here, it should get us, yeah, pretty nice distance. I closed it. Feel like I had been going a little bit out to the right. Or right edge, I think, of my swing. I gotta just, like, not think about it. We've been hitting the point. I feel like thinking about it is causing more harm than good. Okay, left to right slider. Nice. Back to back. Back to back. Swing consistency. So I think we went... I talked about it once already today, but that's okay. Biggest thing that I always say, try and have the same setup, right? Treat it like real golf. Set up to it, like sit in your chair the same, hold the controller the same. No, don't apologize. I can't keep track of everybody who is here at the time I say things. I really do not mind repeating myself. So yeah, for me, it's like, I sit and hold the controller the same way every time. Mess with left stick, mess with right stick, try both swing biases and see which feels the best to you. What you get the most consistency with. And then just go from there. Because if you can get a lot of consistency and have the same setup, like that removes so many variables. And then from there you can just kind of go, you can think of things relatively speaking. So like for me right now, my feel is inside left to straight. Now I hold the controller on a diagonal personally. So like that feel might be different for you, but you can then get instant feedback. Okay, well, if I feel left to straight, but my swing is missing inside left to outside left, like I might have to feel straight back to right. You know, things like that. I'm on PS5. So I've got a stock PS5 controller. I swing left thumb, so like I couldn't do Xbox because the swing stick physically changes position. PlayStation controller is what I found to be the most consistent for me back in 2K21, and I've just ridden with that since. $72, $80, or $62. Get a little bit. I'm gonna hit the 7-iron choked. I'm gonna overpower it. 101. Actually, it looks like it's gonna skip too far. Oh, maybe not. It was uphill. Okay. I got paranoid as it started to go. I'm like, but it was uphill, so it slowed it down. I mean, you can add me, Savage Soldier. I don't really play outside of stream. I mean, every once in a while, you know, we play ranked duos, and anybody is more than welcome to join. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, I can definitely give tips if you have questions. But as far as just like sitting down and playing with people, it just doesn't happen. It's not a you thing. I just... Wife, kid, family time. It's pretty much what's going on. It's work, family time, stream, go to bed. Z Colbster, but with an underscore. So the one that's on the screen. Thoughts on flop shots? I think super flop is super overpowered. I mean, I think flop shots are sufficient shots for that portion of the course. You know, if you have just like that 25 to 40 yard shot. Super flop if you're shorter than that. They think they're useful. I mean, I'm trying not to be there. For me, they're recovery shots. They're not things that I'm, you know, working with to try and score. Is that going to peel away to the right? Kind of feels like with the fading that that's what's going to happen. All right. That was so far uphill. Completely dead. But that's the thing with not knowing the course or the whole locations. Like, I don't know where these slopes are, so unfortunately it's one part of our game, especially when it comes to Jerusalem, where you're just kind of riding blind, because I'm always playing for, well, what's the bounce and rollout if it's flat, but I actually have no idea what's going on up at the hole. Whoa. Turned just a fraction earlier than I read it. What's going on, Heat Dozer? Newer players use the flop a lot more. More experienced players go for the hole out. I think it's situational. Like I'm trying to go for the hole out. But it also depends, right? There's so many situational factors at play. You're 100% correct with that. Like, if I can chip it, I'm going to. But if it's like dangerous to chip it because maybe I'm out of the heavy rough and it's downhill, or like I just don't feel like I can stop it, then I'm going to be looking at the at the flop shot, or especially a super flop at that period, or am I trying to cover something? But yeah, I'm definitely always looking. I mean, that's part of my problem. Like, it helps, but it also hinders. Like, I definitely do try and hole out maybe more than I should. But hole outs are good content, so I go for them. Dang good. I appreciate that, demand. Yeah, we're up there, but there are definitely better players. I think I'm gonna have to choke this shot. And that like just barely gets it on. Probably something like this, and then I gotta... It's gonna work left to right. Oh, I closed it. Dang. Oh, that was really gonna chase. Flop shot a lot more when you're new. When you got better, you started holing out. Really depends on the lie. Go for the hole. I could turn to a for sure birdie or par into a bogey real quick. Right, and that's where the situational awareness comes into play. Right, and the risk reward. Right, you have to weigh those things and know exactly what's in front of you. You know, obviously, the more sure you are of how something will react and how you will hit it, like, that all plays a major factor in things. Well, that jumped out to the left and I overhit it, so 5 feet. Been playing these more aggressive, but again, like, to that same token of knowing how it's gonna play. You know, I second guessed myself, and then I didn't adjust, and right there, you know, we miss it low. Now, I did close it on a side lie, so that probably plays to it, but that's, you know, the risk that you take on. Like, flop is a crush to keep it close. Realized a lot of those shots were chippable for all. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes those chip shots can be dangerous too, right? Like, sometimes stuff is just gonna want to get away from you, and you gotta know what's gonna play nice, what's gonna roll for days, all of those sorts of things. Double cross? When to flop him, knows when to secure a birdie, or knows when to gamble. When do I fold him, though? When do I walk away? When do I run? I feel like on some of these putts that feel like more even break, I've been actually like envisioning it from the behind the behind the hole view, and like reading the break kind of backwards, and that's been kind of working out for me. It's been kind of working out for me tonight. I don't know if that's something that's gonna consistently be the case, but I've definitely hold a few doing that. So, you know, it's better than nothing. Gotta throw it up in the air. Top it in. That's close. All right, just hide the bogey. Hide the bogey amongst everything else. I'm feeling it. We'll go power drive. Smoked it. Nothing like an all quadded out power drive. I know it's only 101. I know that's gonna disappoint some people, but it still feels pretty good, man. I want to tell you this right. I got plenty of holes left to mess it up, Jim. Come on. It's all about the flow state. You need to not be aware of how well you're playing. That is how one achieves the best of the golf. $177. I guess that makes sense. I just didn't think it was gonna stay so far right. What up, Darren? Don't play much ranked matchmaking? I don't. I do not. Spend most of my time playing TGC society tournaments, and that's about it. It's working. It's working, everybody. Whatever this reverse read thing is, I'm seeing things. Can't talk about the flow state and stay in it map? Yeah, no, that's very accurate. May DCs this season? No, so we played... I had the one night where I played it... So I played it through, like, the TGC off-season. And there was one night where it was just disconnecting, like, at the very beginning of this TGC off-season, but I think that was like server-wide issues. Like, I think it was then kicking people off the servers entirely. Outside of that, I didn't have any issues, but again, I haven't really played much. Just hit an ace on my career, Savage? Turn that difficulty up. Also, congrats. GG's. Let's see here. 223. But 213. Is that gonna be too much distance off? Feel like I'm gonna try. This is not my typical. This is not my typical shot. We're gonna try and partial a 4-iron. It was just a little bit too partial. Just a little bit too partial. I felt like if I took the full thing, it probably just took off way more. Like, I probably only needed a hair off of it. R2-D2, no. This is BB-8. This is BB-8. This is from, you know, the modern saga. All right, Colby, read it. Read it backwards. Okay, we got it. Easy money. Ah, it's the downhill. Okay, downhill, I gotta just add a little bit to it. Need a little bit of pace, maybe a little bit more to the left. Still pretty good. Dropping 50 to 70 points a disconnect. It's brutal. Yeah, I would probably just put the controller down for the time being. It's not worth taking that sort of punishment. What's going on, Joe? Which golf legends will be fitting for current golfers today? I don't know, man. What's going on, Ryan? I didn't realize golf was such a political thing. I think it's mostly, at least casually speaking, I think it's just a lot of people that like to go outside, hit a ball, and drink some beers, and think that's open to anybody. Now, I don't fall into that category. I don't drink. I like to go outside and yell at myself. Because I'm competitive, but you know. The points is the time you just lost? Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, that's a very, very painful experience. To just be wasting time. That's... Yeah, I mean, that definitely doesn't make me want... You know, those sorts of things definitely don't make me want to play more online. Be like, oh man, I'm really missing out on all the disconnects and rage quits and all that stuff. Uncle Raj! What's going on, Raj? Welcome on in, everybody. We are just getting to the end of our TGC Tours True Sim rounds. We're on 18 here. We hole out, we get to 60 under for the tournament. And before you guys say that it's easy, all right? I just need to clarify. We're playing on hard settings, all right? We do have an albatross on the night. Feels good, man. Yeah, what's going on, Raj? How was the stream? Austin, welcome back. Your top 30 in 1v1 season 1, want to run a 1v1 stand? I don't really do the whole 1v1 me bro thing. It's just not my thing. 120 4 3 2 little left. Can't quite seem to hit my swing path right here at the end, but we are all over that one distance-wise. What's going on, Tim? Feel about the ranked tours? Feel like they should separate the hardcore levels, create more groups? I mean, I think it's one of those weird balancing acts that 2K has to play, right? They don't want to dilute the pool of players that they have, right? I think that's why they haven't pulled the trigger on like a higher difficulty ranked matchmaking either. Like if ranked matchmaking was on Master, I would probably play it more. but unfortunately, that's one thing that's not happened. All right, so we get to 59 under. 3 eagles on the round. That stupid bogey on 12. Just want to see if you want to play around. Yeah, I'm. Appreciate the grace of response, because some people just come in or like because it's a wanna flex on a streamer type of thing. But yeah, I really don't. We've done some like matchmaking stuff. Like we played in a Creator Ryder Cup and played some alt shots and some 4-ball, and then we played PGA Dave for our what's it called? Played PGA Dave for our singles match. But outside of that, yeah, pretty much I only play 1v1s for tournaments. Now, people are more than welcome to join me if I play ranked duos. Hasn't been all that often of late, but when we do it, it is open season, so to speak. All right, so we get into 59. We are tied for third with Bubs. Siberian and Scud just kind of went off. Hey, what's going on, John? Never try a 1v1 me, you cry. The other thing is, if anybody actually did try a 1v1 me, I'd be upping it to like the TGC settings. We'd be playing on Legend Swing with a lot of the stuff turned off. None of this pro crap. Yeah, so we had that 1 3-putt. 72% is not terrible. 37% is actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's third. 51%. Oh, man, that's... For Scud to... I mean, Siberian's proximity and Gur must have been crazy. Yeah, 72% is great for me. Siberian's putting wasn't even good. He just must have... Yeah, he must have nailed approach shots. Still 10 guys in each group shooting 48 each round. Yeah, I mean, I think the downside of ranked tours is I guess they're not all official courses, and they are getting better at the difficulty settings. There is a little bit of cheating, I'm sure, that goes on unpoliced. But hey, we tied Scud in proximity. We tied Scud in proximity. I don't know. I think ranked tours is a welcome addition, but I think that as time goes on with that, like, people are just going to get really good at the same courses over and over again. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's a good addition, but you run into weird things with like the economy of the game, right? If you expand that to more, right? They already have 6, right? You got 3 dailies, 3 weeklies. If you add extra ways to earn rewards faster, and it changes the balance of like the economy. So there's like other things that you have to worry about when you add in other stuff. Hey, what's going on, Jan? How have you been? Stats are most important to me when I'm looking at the end of these rounds. So for the most part, I'm looking at greens and reg. So like, I look at it this way. Greens and regulation paired with proximity gives you a good indicator of like how your approach game was. Now, that being said, you can have good proximity and be out of position. So like, the stats won't tell you. The stats will tell you how close you were. They're not going to tell you like, I was pin high with 3 feet of break, or I was the same. Like, because think about all the IRL like putting circle things, right? Finding the high point, low point, whatever. If I'm pin high 9 feet, or let's just make it around 10 feet, right? If I'm 10 foot left of the hole and I've got a 3 foot break, or I'm 10 feet directly below the hole, straight putt up the hill, those are not equal putts, right? They're the same distance. So like, you don't see that in this, but this does give you an idea of how close your circle was, so to speak. Other thing I'm looking at is how was my putting. Oftentimes it's pretty bad. In True Sim, it tends to be better than average, but in normal competition, it is worse than average. Like that's just how my putting goes. Probably part of why I'm better at True Sim than most. Outside of that, we're not looking at anything in particular. Although this one, the nipple lasers came out. We got an albatross. We almost actually hit like one or two other albatrosses, and we're close to one or two hole-in-ones. But we did get a nice albie. Finally pick them up there tomorrow. Get in there, Jan. I have not tried the new Battlefield. I'm not really a shooter guy at this point in my career. I'll play some like co-op shooter type stuff, single player shooter, multiplayer shooting games. I get curb stomped. I am no bueno. I am no bueno. Clip of the Albie. Let me see if there's one lying around. I bookmarked it. The short is almost made. I just have to caption it. But let me see. Let me see if somebody clipped it. No, but I can go to the video. I can go to my video producer and find it. Because we hit a bunch of close shots. There we go. All right. Let me... Probably shouldn't. Let's take a little gander, shall we? Now, if you're on vertical, I apologize. I don't have a way to show you guys the replay, but everybody else can take a little gander here. I'll hide myself away on. Here we go. I'm gonna play a big fade here. I think it'll. I don't like how this bottom part won't go away, but take out a bunch of distance. Thanks, Twitch. Okay, striped it. Wind's gonna hold it up. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, I love it. Cue the nipple lasers. That was sick. Just the way that, just the huge fade up against the wind, get it in on line. It was moving. It was definitely moving, but that one decided it wanted to be buried in the cup. You know, Bot's gonna be so happy. Bot loves how much I hole out. Although I think Bot actually holed out twice the other day, if I remember correctly. I think that's what I heard. TikTok, you can stream both vertical and horizontal in the same stream. Not a thing on YouTube. No, it's not a thing on YouTube, Jan, but it's coming. So I have 2 separate streams going right now, Jan, on YouTube that are both the same thing, just in the different formats. But YouTube is going to be having like a combined. They're going to be having a feature where it combines the streams into one dashboard and one chat. So I'm looking forward to that because the combined chat is actually like really nice, makes the YouTube experience more cohesive. And I wonder if it'll be like if you rotate your screen, if it just like seamlessly transitions. I don't know. I know that it's like available to some creators. I guess they've just been kind of rolling it out in like a slow beta type thing. I didn't get picked, unfortunately, even though I stream consistently in both formats. But yeah, that's something that's in the works. I don't know if TikTok, getting into posting to TikTok and streaming on TikTok, is something that I should have done at this point, I feel like it's too late and probably not worth the extra hassle because I don't think it integrates with any of my stuff. So it'd be like a separate chat window. So I don't know. It doesn't. I can see the upside to it, but I also feel like it's just a lot to manage. Hey, thank you, Uncle Raj. Thank you again for the raid, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night. I will catch you later. All right. So TrueSim is done. We're sitting T3. Played very, very well. And we got some content shots out of it. We've been blessed for a little while here. That being said, tomorrow we'll be back. So Tuesday, Thursday is going to be variety. That's kind of the cadence. If you haven't picked up on it by now, we finished Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We also figured out that the performance issues of the last 2 streams were from the driver, my graphics card driver going bad. So I just installed the last version. I might tinker with like a clean install of the new version, but I'm probably going to just stay on the old one. So that playthrough is done. If you're interested, it's on the YouTube. Be wary that there are some performance hiccups and things. It's not like the prettiest to watch at times, but we got through that. We're going to take a break before we play our next story game. So I have a poll posted in all of the chats, should be pinned. If you don't see it, there is also the Discord. I have the poll pinned in there as well in the suggestions channel. But go vote. We're gonna play one of 2 roguelites, roguelikes, Megabonk or Hades 2. Do a fresh save of Hades 2. So pick what you want to see. We'll be playing that Tuesday, Thursday this week, and we'll kind of play it by ear. Maybe we'll play it, next week or for a little while as well. But I'm leaving that in your hands. I'm trying to, as we do different content, give some options. Maybe I'll narrow it down to 2 or 3 and let you guys vote. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Megabonk's so fun. It looks fun, but I've also played Hades 2 back in the early access period. On the green, thank you for the follow. I also played Hades 2 back in the early access period. I played Hades. So much fun. I haven't played Hades 2 in a while. So whether I play that on stream or not, I guess is up to you guys. I do want to play that at some point. Let me see. Hades 2 last played June 15th of last year. So we played a little bit, and then I haven't touched it. They were updating things in early access. A couple weeks ago, it hit version 1.0, and released. So I want to go fresh save with that. But leaving that all in your guys' hands, and then we've got some other games that we can decide amongst for what we play next. So yeah, trying to play other things, but also keep you guys involved and interested in what we're doing, because I don't want to just yes, I want to play all the things that I want to play, but there's also that degree of I could pick something that I want to play that nobody cares about. So trying to find the happy medium. Just trying to find the happy medium. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with Megabonk or Hades 2. Wednesday we've got Plat, and then Thursday, Megabonk or Hades 2 in there as well. So yeah, that's all we got. Now's the time of the stream where we go and find somebody to raid. Arguably the hardest part of the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, well, hey, this is the end. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around for a few minutes. We'll get out of here. But yeah, thanks for hanging.